We will continue our media availability here at Phoenix International Raceway. We're now joined by Ryan Newman, driver for the number 31 CAT Global Mining Chevrolet. Currently third in points, has an average finish of 9.6 during the chase. Needs to finish ninth or better to guarantee a spot in the championship race at Homestead Miami Speedway next weekend. Has finished in the top 10 in each of the last two Phoenix races. Ryan, talk a little bit about coming into Phoenix this weekend and your thoughts on the race.
Just look forward to this opportunity. It's a good racetrack. I said before Martinsville started that I felt that we had an equal opportunity at Martinsville, Texas, and Phoenix, having been to victory lane once at each track, and feel confident based on our run in the spring race here. What I really call our first true run and race together as a team, because Daytona is a unique situation in itself. But to have our first race together, I think to be a seventh place finish and then follow that up with another seventh at Vegas, we started the season strong. And as I've said before, hopefully we can come back and improve on the things that we've experienced and have a better finish yet.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. We'll start right here with John, then go to Ryan.
Thanks. John Orovitz, ESPN.com. Ryan, you're kind of like the sleeper in the chase right now. Do you like the position that you're in, maybe sneaking up on people? Is there less pressure on you and your team maybe?
I don't really pay any attention to it. I just, I'm enjoying the position I'm in. I'm enjoying the camaraderie and the teamwork that we have at RCR and the guys at ECR are doing a good job, and just having some fun with it. I'm not really so much worried about what somebody thinks of me and if I'm a sleeper or an underdog or the odd man out or whatever you want to call me. I just I'm having fun, and that's what it's supposed to be all about.
Okay, we'll go to Ryan, then Tyler, then Jerry. Ryan. Yeah. Did you have a question? Okay, Tyler, then Jerry.
Hey, Ryan, Tyler Burnett, MRN. You grew up in Indiana, obviously the home of open wheel racing. You were very successful in open wheel cars. What driver did you look up to, and why?
In my racing career, I looked up to several people. I always thought that Dale Earnhardt was an awesome driver because he could beat the competition before he ever got to the racetrack. A.J. Foyt could drive any race car at any time, and there's very few people that and win at it, and there's very few people that can do that. I know I've always said that Tony Stewart's the modern-day A.J. Foyt. Richard Petty is always the ultimate fan driver. I mean, you got to be good in the first place, but to then be able to give back so much to the fans, I've always admired. But the one person that probably gets not said or brought up enough is Mel Kenyon. I drove for him, and just an all-around stand-up human being, a gentleman, and I got to be his teammate, which was kind of a unexpected dream come true, I guess you could say, because I never really thought of ever being a teammate to Mel Kenyon, and the things that I learned from him and his brother Don. My first experiences here were when I was right after I had driven for them. So I was standing up here thinking about the safer barriers and stuff on this wall, and I remember spinning out backwards on the midget up in the air with my bumper above the pit wall. And I'm thinking that today I would have crashed because the safer barrier's there. But those are the things that I remember from the past that make Phoenix a special place.
Okay, we'll take our next question up front from Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, Kicking the Tires. Your move to RCR is, kind of brought about their return as far as, being in the chase and kind of a dominance to some to speak. What is it about your move there has brought that team together to run the way they have this year overall?
I think it's just teamwork. I mean, we have not been a dominant car by any means if you look at our laps led and top fives, but we've been a consistent car, and the guys have I think when I say the guys, I mean me included. We've gotten better as we've matured this year, as far as just getting to experience more things, coming back to the racetracks for the first time, and getting to improve on the things that we've learned. And Richard's given us the tools that we need. ECR's given us the tools that we need. We've been very reliable, and it's a big part of what's got us to this point. So we have to, like I said, every race and every time I've talked to you guys, we have to continue to improve on our performance, so that if we don't win this weekend, we have a better chance of winning next weekend.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Marty, then go to Tom and Jim. Marty.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Good morning, Ryan. Man,
Morning.
from your perspective, why is everybody so mad at Brad Keselowski?
Why is everybody so mad at Brad Keselowski?
Yeah, what's he doing wrong?
I mean, I don't know that anybody's done anything wrong. I just think that everything has been extremely intense, this chase. And I mean, I really don't see it much different than it ever has been, except for that level of intensity has brought out some anger management issues. I mean, it's really my perspective on it. I mean, it's no different than I think racing has ever been. It's got some more Saturday night short track feel to it now, and we see that during the race and as well as after.
All right, we'll go to Tom, then Jim.
Hi, Ryan. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Do you think we'll see the same kind of mayhem we saw at the end of Phoenix and the end of Charlotte this week? And if so, if you're back in the 5 to 10 running position and there's a big pile up out front, are you concerned about that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and absolutely. I think that there's huge potential, especially with the way that the extra racing room that we have back there in the dog leg on restarts, I think, is going to be quite crazy. And I hope that everybody is respectful and we don't have a situation that jeopardizes somebody's chances. And I will keep that in mind. But at the same time, I also hope to have it in my mirror. That's the best place to be. I mean, it's we were in that position at Talladega and knew what guys had to do to get themselves in. We were somewhat in that position there even at Martinsville and saw some of the craziness at Charlotte. So anything can happen without a doubt. But you have to at some point just do your job and expect a little bit of racing luck and the racing gods to be on your side.
All right, we'll now go to Jim Utter for our next question, right here up front.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. You said a little while ago that you had looked up to Dale Earnhardt because he it appeared that he would beat the competition before he even got to the racetrack. Do you think that's somewhat of a lost art or not as common a trait by drivers these days?
It's I wouldn't say it's lost. I think the last real time I saw that happen was when Tony and Carl went at it for 10 races, and the last 5 were pretty good mind games. I think that you have to have that mental strength, but you also have to have the performance to back it up. Otherwise, everybody forgets it. And Dale Earnhardt had that. I mean, he had that each and every week, no matter what racetrack he was going to. He had the equipment to back up some of the mind games that went into it. And I'm not calling them games. I didn't know him well enough to call him that, but in the end, he was pretty impressive as far as beating the competition. I think you could talk to a lot of guys today from that era that would say that they knew when they came to the racetrack that they were potentially running for second.
Additional questions for Ryan? We'll go to Kenny, then to Bob.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Ryan, just looking at the rule changes going into this year, the format changes for the chase, from a driver's standpoint, from your standpoint, is it any more exciting for you this year than, say, last year or the year before?
I think it has been more exciting. I don't know that it necessarily makes it any more fair or less fair, just because of the risk I think that goes is involved in a 3-race bracket. But at the same time, I've got several fans, and not just because I'm doing well this year, but several fans that say that they enjoy it. They enjoy the intensity of it. They enjoy the all the action that goes along with it, whether it's during the race or after the race. So I think that I think it's been a good thing. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I think it is a good thing. I can feel the intensity in a race car definitely is picked up. I mean, restarts have gotten crazy ever since the first double file restart we had at the All-Star race a while ago. So I mean, it's definitely picked up.
All right, we'll go to Bob and Lee.
Bob Parker, Sporting News. Do you get any sense from your crew? Do you guys have any sort of feel of either kind of giddiness now or bewilderment that you're still alive and in this thing?
Can you repeat that, please? I didn't hear all of it.
Do you guys have any feeling of kind of giddy or even bewilderment that you're still in this thing, considering the season you've had?
We're just doing our job. I mean, we've kept ourselves in the hunt. We're doing our job and having fun doing it. I don't let the emotion side of it carry any real weight.
All right, we'll take our final question up front from Lee.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Kind of along those same lines, but at your level, where you're at, in the pecking order.
What level am I on, so I know?
Well, I mean, you're one of the, you're one of the elite drivers. I mean, I think
You didn't
people,
have your arm all the way up top, so I just didn't know where you were talking.
It's old lady jiggle, but anyway. No, but I mean, you get to a certain level in your career and you don't take a job going to Childers thinking that, well, I'm just going to go there and fade away. But did you really, with 2 races left to go, see yourself as a title contender, somebody who would be right there in the mix and could walk away with the championship at Homestead?
I've never doubted my ability as a driver, and I think that's my responsibility. But you never know what situation you're going to be in. From an ownership standpoint, from an engine standpoint, and the ability of the people that are around you to perform. You never have that knowledge, I think, until you get so many races under your belt to be able to prove it. And 30 some races now, we've had a lot of fun, done a lot of good things, and been super consistent, and we're at this point. So I never thought of it as a move to wither away or continue my racing career and let it just happen. I still want to win this championship.
Ryan, thank you for your time this morning. Best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you.